All right, guys, welcome back. We are on episode 7 of the Vegan Bikini Prep Diaries. Can't believe it. Episode 7? Like, it's crazy. I feel like we just started this.
Wow. We're doing such a good job. I'm so proud of us.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So today, we're going to give some prep updates like we always do. And we're going to show you guys what's in our gym bags. And this is going to be a total surprise for us, too. Like, I have no idea what Belinda's got.
We didn't talk about this in advance. The only thing was I told Brooke I did clean mine out yesterday, so I'm not pulling out gum wrappers, tissues, tampon wrappers, etc. At least have like I have a clean gym bag that I could show. It's authentic still, just doesn't have as much trash inside of it. But anyways, okay, so we're filming this on Tuesday, May 27th. And the reason I'm saying the date is because this is a contest prep focused podcast. So it's important to know the date. So this is, I'm in my peak week right now. I actually compete in a few days. I'm doing Junior USAs, which is on a Friday for the women, which messes with my bodybuilder math a little bit because usually the shows are on Saturday. So I'm 3 days out. Whoa. I can't believe it.
And I just want to say, like, for the people listening, this is different than the last show she did. She did a regional show last time. And this is a national show, which is a big, big deal. This is a show where people all over the country are coming to compete for their pro card. This is one of the shows where you can actually go pro. So unlike OCB and I think it's INBF or whatever, this is the one federation where you have to do either a local or a regional show, do well, and then you can go to nationals and get your pro card. So there's steps to getting your pro card. You can't just go to a show, win one show, your first show, and go pro like all the other federations.
Right. So, an NPC pro qualifier to go into the IFBB Pro League, you have to win your open class or get second place at your open class. So it's basically all the winners are the people that show up at the national show, and it's harder and more difficult, steeper competition, and we'll see how many athletes are in my group. I will be class B because I'm 5'3", and that height class B at this show is 5'2" to 5'4", so I'm right there in the middle, and we'll see how it goes. I leave tomorrow night, so it's go time. I have one more sleep in my bed. And
this is in Charleston, South Carolina, right?
Charleston, South Carolina. Unfortunately, I won't get to see the city at all. I'm just going to get off the plane, go to the hotel, do bodybuilder things, and leave. I'm on the first flight out. I think my flight's at 6 a.m. on Saturday or something.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you'll be ready.
Yeah, I'll be ready to come home because show weekend is so exhausting that honestly, like, all you want to sort of do after you compete is go home and, you know, be with your family and in your bed and shower and stuff. So
yeah, get your tan off.
Get my tan off. So yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. I feel pretty good. Brooke knows a little bit of this already, but I am holding a bit of water for better or for worse. I am due to get my period this weekend. So once again, I am competing on a possible period date, but it's okay. There's nothing I could really do. The calendar is what it is. So I'm going to, my strategy for the next few days is tonight I'm going to do a lot of walking because I did not walk enough today. My day just was a bit too busy. So I'll walk as much as I can tonight because tomorrow's travel day for me. So I'm just going to be able to get in whatever steps I can. Then Thursday, so the day before the show, I'll do a nice walk in the hotel gym in the morning or outside if all the treadmills are booked, because you know that happens. All the competitors are there, so it's not easy to get a treadmill. So I can also just walk outside. So I'll get a good amount of steps on Thursday, take some Epsom salt baths, hit the sauna here and there. I have a sauna blanket, so I might pack that with me. We'll see how I feel. And I'm just being really mindful of my food right now. I was eating a lot But now I'm just being a little careful because I am holding some water. So I'm just trying to not spill over at this point. So just trying to hold steady over here. And tan goes on Thursday night. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm really excited. Can't wait to do the first my first national show with the fit model category. So can't wait to see how it goes. So we'll see.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank
cannot
you.
wait. I think you're gonna do so good. I think you're
can't
gonna do
wait.
really well. So.
I'm excited. I've been practicing my posing a lot. I have my posing lesson today. Brooke knows all of this already because I've been texting her all day. Sorry, Brooke. I think on the podcast days I need to not text you as much, but I was just too excited. I couldn't help myself. So
you can't help it in peak week. Your brain is like all over the freaking place, and like you need somebody to kind of like reel you in.
Yes. So I had a posing lesson today. Vanya said I look really good just holding some water. So she gave me those tips on the Epsom salt bath and some sauna. I asked her, should I be eating a lot of asparagus? She said you can, but if it's bloating, you don't do it. But veggies don't bloat me. So I don't have any issues eating veggies, which is good for me, I guess. But
yeah,
I do have quite a bit of asparagus in my meal plan right now, just because it's a bodybuilder thing that you do at the end. Does it work, not work? Who knows? But it's maybe a little bit of superstition too. And I'm all packed. I've been packed for weeks because all I did was take my stuff from the last show, washed it, and put it back in the suitcase. So I've been packed for the past month. So yeah, I'm just ready to go. I'm excited. So yeah,
yay.
Thanks for being there for me, Brooke. I really appreciate you, my prep
of
pen
course.
pal.
I can't wait. I wish I could go, but I'm gonna be watching.
Yes, you'll be there. Well, if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'll be texting you all day anyway. So yeah, I'll give you all the updates. But
I really see the competition though. I want to see like the other fit model girls.
Yeah, me too. I'm so curious. Like I don't know, because it's a new category. And so I was just saying this to Brooke before we hit record, that this is like the second pro qualifier of the year. They did have one a few weeks ago in Pittsburgh. So people have only really been competing for a month or so in this category. So it's really so new that I don't think they'll have that many athletes compared to probably next year. There'll be probably double or triple the amount of now. And also they're still figuring out the criteria. So I'm really curious to see like what to your point, like what my competition looks like. And yeah, we'll see. We will see.
We will see.
Yeah. Yay. How are you feeling? So how many weeks out are you?
I'm 7 weeks.
7. Okay.
7 weeks. So yeah, it's go time. It's game time. I mean, I feel like I'm in a good spot for 7 weeks. I did make some changes this week. Well, I suggested to my coach that we bump my steps to 16K, and he was pretty much just like, yeah, you're right, do it. So that's the change I made this week, and I'm hoping that'll move me along. And yeah, I'll just see how I keep coming down and keep making adjustments. But I really want to do this July 12th show in Atlanta. Like, the more that I think about it, I think it would just be good to do a local show for my first show back.
Definitely.
It'll take just all the stress of like traveling and just all that out of it. So I'd really like to do this July 12th show. So that's what I'm gonna get ready for.
Yep. I think that you're in a really good place. You're at the point of prep where you don't think you're going to be ready. That's really common between like 5 and 8 weeks out. One of my favorite bikini pros, Jordan Brannon, calls it the 5-week freak out. You're not quite there yet, but it's really common. Like a little bit over a month out, you're like, oh my God, I'm not going to be ready in time. And you've watched 2 of my preps closely. And you know that I personally, in that final month, like I just am like, and that's what happens to me. And I think a lot of people are like that. I sort of kind of look the same where you are at now, like that 10 to 6 weeks out. I don't necessarily look all that different every week. I definitely look different than when I started prep at 20 weeks out, but that like mid prep, I don't necessarily really look all that different. And then all of a sudden, when it gets to that final month, I think my body usually is like, okay, we know what we have to do now. We get it. You're not letting us rest. You're not letting us eat more. Okay, we get it. We get it. Okay. And it starts to drop fat a little faster. So
yeah,
I think you're in a good place. You just got to keep on keeping on.
Yeah, I do this every time. Right, I remind myself I go through this every time. Every single time I prep, I think I'm not going to be ready. And then I end up being fine. Like, so I just am telling myself it's, normal how I'm feeling. And you're right. Like when I look back at my old preps, when I was like 7 weeks out, I didn't look like I was 7 weeks out then, but I made it. And it's like, those last 4 weeks are when it gets really dicey, like it gets like crazy and you're just dropping like nuts. So I just am telling myself, okay, it's fine. I just need to keep going. No fuck ups, no missing cardio at this point. Like it's game time, it's on.
Yeah,
and
you got this.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine.
And also too, that show, the local one that you want to do, it will, of course, it's always hard to get to stage, but it won't be as competitive
right
as a bigger show. So that being said, you'll do your best for that level, and then you could always continue to dial it in for whatever you decide to do after that. So
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You got this.
I'm thinking I'll do that show. Like the pictures won't be that great. It won't be super competitive. So like if I win, like it's not going to really tell me how I do at nationals, but I figure I do that, get some of my nerves out because I'm going to be so nervous, and just like rip the Band-Aid off and then pick like a Gilco show. So it's like a little bit more competitive. I really am thinking about doing the Chicago Pro though.
You can. It's a small show though for amateur.
Yeah, very I know small. It's a small show, but like Gilco is doing it.
Yeah, you would get great footage. You could stay with me, of course. I do know that it's the same weekend as Masters Nationals. So it's if I'm competing in that, I won't be here. But regardless, it is a small show. The reason for it is because it's not promoted very much by the NPC Illinois and Midwest. It's a Tim Gardner show, and I just don't think like he promotes the amateur side of it that much. So like no one really knows about it, and it's usually quite small. But at least your footage would be good.
My footage would be good. I was like, man, like I could come see you. I have some clients in Chicago, and we could. What is that place that really good? There's like a really good breakfast place. Is it Alice and Friends?
Well, Alice and Friends is my favorite vegan restaurant in Chicago, and it's not breakfast; it's lunch and dinner.
Okay,
and it's more of like an Asian-y style of cooking. But the food there is just great. Like they make really fun stuff, and it's so yummy.
I don't know what I'm thinking of. I can't remember the breakfast place that I went to. I got like a croissant sandwich that was so good. But Alice and Friends,
maybe Fancy Plants Cafe.
Oh yes, Fancy Plants. That was cute.
Because they make a vegan croissant there.
Yeah, that was really good.
Well, we'll figure it out. I will know more of my season after this show, because this show is going to be my first national show in Fit Model. So I'll just have a better idea of what's going on with me after that. So we'll see. Okay. Well, onward and upward, we keep on trucking. And then next week, episode 8, we'll do a show recap. So all the nitty gritty of my show we'll talk about next week. So
yay, awesome.
So for today's episode, our theme is to go through our gym bags, which we thought would be fun. So why don't we start by each holding our gym bags up, and then we'll figure it out. So I actually have 2 gym bags. I have an twins. So I have an upper body gym bag and a lower body gym bag.
Oh my gosh.
My upper body gym bag is currently all packed up and ready to go, because I use that bag usually on the plane, like as my plane backpack too. So it's not going to be part of today's episode, but I do have a lower body and an upper body gym bag. That way I'm just not carrying around all my glute stuff on days I don't need to. So yeah, so we both have the backpack, huh?
Yours is a wolf pack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the wolf packs. They're great. Highly recommend. I've had this,
what print is
3
that?
years. It's like a paisley kind of print.
Oh yeah, it's really cute. I like it.
I love this one. My mom got it for me for Christmas one year, and I've had it for like 3 years. I mean, they're great. They're really good book bags for anybody.
Yeah, they're
interested.
Great. Okay, so what should we do? Pocket by pocket?
Yeah, you want to pull out one thing and I'll pull out one thing?
Okay, so I'll start with my top pocket, which has some pretty normal stuff in it, like hair ties, chapstick, and Tylenol, because you just never know. So that's pocket number 1. What do you have like in your front little pocket?
Okay, my front little pocket. Oh my God. What is going to be in here? I've got my wallet. I've got my car keys. I've got I've got some Crest whitening strips. Well, like these coconut oil whitening strips. I was doing this on the elliptical for a while because I figured like they take 45 minutes and my cardio is 45 minutes. So I figured, why not?
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. What a good idea. I didn't even think about that. I need to put white strips in my gym bag too. What a good idea. This is exactly why we're doing this episode.
I literally
gym inspo.
Like I haven't even cleaned mine out like yours. So this is, I have no idea. Like this is
you have a raw one. No, I did a bit of maintenance.
Chargers.
Okay. Okay.
Because we've all had our headphones die at the gym, and that's traumatizing. So never
Definitely.
Again. And I do have a little highlighter for when I read my book during cardio, and that's all I got in that pocket.
Oh, that's so studious of you. So when you're on the elliptical, you have a book and you're able to like pedal, read, and highlight.
Yeah, sometimes. It really just depends. There's some mornings where I need like some loud pumping music to get me through it. So there's sometimes I don't read, but if I can read, I will. But yeah, I'll just kind of slow down a minute when I read something really good that I want to remember and just like highlight it real quick. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay. So my second pocket, I have my wallet. I've got I have glasses. These are just like blue light glasses, and these are only for fashion, and they're part of like my haterade hater blocker uniform at the gym. Hat, glasses, hoodie around my waist, like no one looking at me, like hiding. That's why I have them. And they also look cute, but it's like part of this whole thing. I'm in the gym and I just like want no one to see me. And then this is like my little influencer bag. So in here I've got this is a light that has a magnet on it. It has a magnet on it. Oh, wow. It's not working on that. But anyway, it is a magnet here. And I can like put this easily on something if I want to take like a nice gym photo. And it has like different light settings. So I have cool. in there. And then I've got, this is that magnet thing that sticks on the back of my phone. And this is a magnet, and I can put it on gym equipment to film myself if I want to.
Nice.
And then I've also got like a little portable mic. So this is my little influencer bag in case I decide to make content at the gym, which is rare because I'm usually too busy and actually training. So that's my second pocket. And And then after that, I've got my main pocket. Are you ready to go to the main pocket, or what's in your second pocket?
Yeah, I've got everything kind of jumbled in my main pocket.
Okay, we'll move on to the main pocket. So, I'll pull out a thing, then you pull out a thing. Okay.
Okay.
So this is really mostly set up for glute day because that's what I train the most. So I've got multiple types of like kickbacky things. So these are called thigh straps. A lot of people don't know about these. So I'm actually excited to share them with the world. So what they are is exactly what they sound like. They're these straps that you can put on your thigh.
Okay.
See? And you hook this onto the cable, and it really isolates the glutes because it's so high up. You're not engaging your ankle as much.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? So like, I love them. I don't do all my kickbacks with these, but I do them sometimes because I find that this really isolates my upper glutes better than any sort of regular kickback.
Yeah.
Because I hook the cable machine up to like my hip level with this, and I just do like a straight kickback like this, really straight back, and it really isolates the top of the glutes. So that's my item one. What's your item one?
Item one, I'm gonna pull out this Abs of Steel cream here. Okay, so this is like a I want to make this very clear. It's a fat burning cream, but this is not a fat burning cream, but that's what it's advertised as. So everyone watching, this will not burn fat. What it does is it pulls water off you. So if you're already very, very lean, like below 18% body fat, this will make a slight visual difference when doing cardio. It'll make you sweat more. So that's all it does. Is it heats up your skin and it makes you sweat. But if you're like 20 pounds overweight, this is like a waste of money. This is not going to make a single difference, like at all. This is like literally if you need to get ready for a photo shoot or you're in prep. So I like this stuff. It does make me sweat more because I do feel like I have a hard time getting sweaty fast. Like I'll get sweaty in like the last 5 minutes of my doing cardio. This, I get sweaty like right away. So I do like this stuff a lot, but I just wanted to make that very clear.
Yes.
Because I know somebody will probably go buy like 5 gallons of it thinking it's going to make them lose body.
It's a thermogenic. So it just makes the area you rub it on hot. Therefore you sweat.
Yes.
Do you necessarily lose body fat? Not really, but it's just a little tool in the toolbox. Sometimes it's just, you like knowing that you're doing something a little extra. I've used those type of creams in the past. It's never really made any difference on me. But I get it because it does make your skin warm. So I get it. I do.
Yeah. I like, and I will say if you have like bad knees or something, I've like when I've had knee issues, this will like heat up the area. So, it could be helpful for if you have like an injury, it'll be kind of like it's like icy hot basically in a way. But yeah, I like it.
Item 2 for me, I'll pull them both out, are some glute bands.
I got mine too.
So, you have rubber ones. I have fabric. So,
yeah, I like those too. I have some of those in here too, somewhere.
I just have with me at this time medium and extra heavy. This one is so difficult to use. I mostly use the medium.
What's your brand? What's the brand there?
Just something I got on Amazon.
Okay.
Mahil. I don't know. I think I've had these for a long time. So if
somebody will ask, so that's why I'm asking.
They're just the Amazon booty bands. So you use the rubber ones?
Yeah, I I have started using these rubber ones. Steve got me these for Christmas, and they're by Rogue, and these are actually really good.
Yeah, I would think that Rogue would put out a good product.
Yeah, I was surprised because usually, you know, with the rubber ones, they wear out so quickly, and I'm just like, you know, replacing them in a month. But these are really good. I really like these. Yeah, and so I don't use them. I usually mostly use them to warm up. You know, but yeah, gotta have some resistance bands.
So I use my fabric ones in a lot of my movements. So like on RDLs and hip thrusts, I don't do banded all the time, but I do use banded often. And then I do have one random rubber one, and I use this one for my like lateral squatty walk things that I do when I warm up. I just like this one for that for some reason. Okay, next I've got my belt.
Nice.
So this is my belt. I've gone through many in my career as a lifter. This has been my favorite belt for a while now. This is the Chic brand. This is a vegan belt. Actually, it's all fabric and nylon and cardboard or whatever and foam. There's no leather in this. And this is a pretty popular bodybuilder brand, Chic. And this is the really short height. So it's made for like more of a female shape. So it's not digging into your rib cage. And I love this. And this is what I train with. And I always train with a belt. I only ever take it off when I do core exercises. Otherwise, this stays on me at all times. I used to not always have a belt, but I would say in the past 2 years, as my bikini shape has really started to like come out, I really do try and keep my waist as tiny as I can. And for me, that does mean like not engaging my core more than I have to. Because without the belt, it's every movement is more of a total body exercise than necessarily isolating more the body part you're working. Because if you're not wearing a belt, you will be using your core in all your movements, which is fine. But in my particular case, where I am trying to keep my waist as super tiny as I can for my body structure, I always train with a belt. I just take it off when I train abs.
Yeah, I won't have a belt in here. I just like, I've tried to use a belt because I have a lumbar disc injury and I really should be using a belt, but I just feel like it inhibits my range of motion so bad. And like, I can't get proper form when I wear a belt. I don't know. It's just not for me.
I think it really depends on your structure because honestly, there are belts that are too tall for me and they like dig into my rib cage and it's very uncomfortable. That belt fits me perfectly. So I easily wear it. And I also like the way it makes me look because I cinch it really tight and it gives me a nice look. I like it. But not everybody wears a belt. It's not for everybody. What's next in your gym bag?
Okay, next I've got my heels.
Oh, look at them.
These are, I just carry these in my bag because they're already so beat up. Like they're missing rhinestones all over the back. You know, they're, you know, it is what it is. But, I usually will practice posing after I train and before I do cardio because I find once I take these heels off, my cardio feels so much easier when I'm not wearing heels. I don't know. It's a mind thing, I guess, but I also have a really good setup at my gym for posing. So I try to practice my posing there as much as I can because they have such a good little like aerobics room. So
that's good.
Yeah, Shoe Fairy.
Yeah, those are nice. I like those with the diamonds all over them. So I normally have my heels in my bag, but I don't at this moment in time because I was wearing them earlier today. So I have to put them in my bag before I leave for the gym tonight. Okay, next I have an umbrella because I don't drive and I walk everywhere. So I need an umbrella, and I have an orange one so people can see me at night because I walk home when it's dark.
Smart.
Okay. Next I have my kickback straps. Even though my gym has them, I like to have my own because sometimes you just don't want to be like looking for the ones that the gym has. And then sometimes certain gyms, they're really like the Velcro's all messed up.
Yeah.
Because they've been overused. So I have my own. I don't know why they're two different colors. I think because I have two different sets, and I don't know.
Well, we're twinning because I can't wait for you to see mine. I have two different colors too. Actually, let me go ahead and pull them out. That's so funny. Okay, I have this one that looks almost just like yours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I have this blue one.
That is so funny.
We're always twinning. Anybody
we're always twinning. Yeah,
listening to this, like there is hardly anything that me and Belinda are not totally
so
aligned on. That's hilarious.
That's so funny.
And they're different brands. One is from Gym Reapers. I think maybe Steve got me one for Christmas.
Oh, wow. That's a nice brand.
And then D Moose is the other one. And I think that's on Amazon.
Yeah, I think this one is just some Amazon thing. And this one has no brand. I don't even know what that is. But
yeah, you guys, you don't need to spend a lot of money on these.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a piece of fabric. Like,
yeah.
And God, I've probably had these for 5 years. I mean, I like this one I've probably had for 5 years easily.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll show another thing I use to get it out of its little casey here. So this is, so you guys can see it. So this is a ankle strap that you can put a dumbbell in.
Oh yes, I've seen it. Sometimes I tell my clients who work out from home to get those.
So you put the dumbbell on this part, and then you could wrap it around your foot. And I use these for kickbacks on a bench. Like I'll hold onto the bench, and I'll do like a reverse hyper. And sometimes I'll do weighted donkey kicks. So I use this thing a lot. My gym also has ankle weights, so sometimes I just use those, but I do keep this on me because you just never know. Yeah. Okay. What else do you have over there? I have a few more things I can share.
I've got some pre-workout, of course, veg nutrition. Love this pre-workout. So it's a 2-scooper, which I like because a lot of pre-workouts, they're like 300 milligrams of caffeine. So if you do 2 scoops, it's 300 milligrams, but I just do 1 scoop, which is 175. That's like just enough to give me like a clean energy boost, like just enough focus without the jitters. It doesn't give you that weird tingly feeling that some pre-workouts do. This is a really clean, awesome pre-workout. So definitely check it out. Code Miss Meatless.
What flavor is that?
This is peach mango. This one's my favorite.
Oh, yum. I love peach mango
too. Oh, so good.
So I don't have pre-workout in my bag because I drink it at home and then I walk over.
That makes sense.
I'm not really loyal to any pre-workout because sometimes I have them, sometimes I don't. It's just sort of like whatever's in my rotation. And to be honest, a lot of time I forget to take it, honestly. I'm always in such a rush that like I don't necessarily need an energy boost. Like I've got my schedule and I stick to it no matter what's going on with me. Okay, I've got a few more things I can share. So then this is another kickback thing I use. As you could tell, I do a lot of kickbacks, kicking away all the time. So this is, and I've shared this on my broadcast channel with my peeps, but these are ankle straps that you put around your ankle and you hook on this like rubbery tubey thing. And you have one on one leg and one on the other, and you do your kickbacks with these, and they're different resistance. And
nice.
I use this a lot between sets. Just kind of like a little bonus activity to do to keep me pumped up and going. I've had these like a month and a half now, and I've enjoyed them. So yeah, I got them on Amazon. Just, I don't know what that says, but I got them on Amazon. Okay. Cool. What else do you have in there?
I don't have much left. Let's see what I've got. I've got my book in here. I have a little jacket. Okay. Right now I'm reading The 4 Agreements.
Huh. What's that about?
It's like a personal development book. It's basically, teaching you, it's these 4 agreements, and the 4 agreements are: be impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, and always do your best. So it's just kind of like it says a guide to personal freedom. It's just, about how to live your life, like being yourself and not letting things bother you and cause anxiety and stress, which I am so terrible at. So
words to live by and goals to work on all day, every day, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So, man, I've really enjoyed it. My friend John, a lot of you probably know, the bodybuilding vegan. He sent me this. This was a gift from him, and he really wanted me to read it. And yeah, I love it. Highly recommend. It's a good one.
Nice. That's nice. So, okay, to keep going, I have a big strap. This is a big resistance band, and I use this for 2 things. I loop it around something stationary, and I do banded RDLs as a warm-up.
Oh yeah, I like those
for
sometimes.
Hamstrings. And then another thing I do, if I do like the Smith machine donkey kick, I'll wrap this around each side of the Smith machine so that the hook doesn't keep hooking up on the Smith machine.
Yeah.
And I could just kick. So I use this a lot. You could also do shoulder pull aparts with this. I have pretty good shoulder mobility, so I don't have to warm up my shoulders really, but that's a way you could use them. And then I've got a few more things, and then I'm done. So in that zip pocket on the inside, I've got a lot of these Crystal Light packets. Sorry for my Band-Aids, everybody. I'm having bad eczema on my hands, which happens to me during peak week all the time because I'm stressed. So I have these little Crystal Light single packets.
Nice.
And I put these in my water at the gym. This is the peach iced tea. What else? I've got my wrist wraps.
Nice.
My straps. Yeah. Because I'll use these on leg day too. Like if I'm doing RDLs and I'm going real heavy and I need a little extra grip to hold on, I will use these on leg day too. Do you train with grips or not really?
Again, I don't know. They get in my way. Like they frustrate me. I don't know. But I have a pretty good grip. Like I can lift without it giving me any issues. And I have good wrists. I don't have any wrist issues yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thankfully.
That's good.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I've tried to use some stuff, but it just, to me, like it just gets in my way, and
if it's not for you,
without it,
don't use it. And then I guess the last thing I could share is my water bottle. What water bottle do you use?
I use this Meatless Muscle.
Okay. On brand.
A Meatless Muscle water bottle that my friend made me. He sent it to me for my birthday one year, Brent. And
so cute.
He put my name on it. Yeah.
It's so cute. I love it. This is a Stanley one. This is a new one, actually. I had a gift card that my gym sent me for my birthday, and you have to use it all in one swoop, which is kind of weird. So I use this in the pro shop, and it's this Stanley, and it has a straw.
Nice. Yeah, Stanleys are good.
I've enjoyed this one because it can fit on my side pocket of my bag, but I will tell you that it's only, I don't know how many ounces it is, but it's small because I drink this very quickly. I fill it up like 4 times when I'm at the gym. I think it's like 30 ounces or something. And my other water bottle I used to use, this big Yeti, was like 64 ounces. So that one I only had to fill up once and I was good. This one I have to refill it all of the time because I drink almost 2 gallons of water a day, which is crazy.
Yeah, Stanley cups are good. I know they're like kind of the trendy, popular thing now.
Yeah.
Steve got me one for Valentine's Day. That was his gift to me. And I was like, seriously, you got me a freaking Stanley cup. Like, now I'm going to be that girl. And then once I started using it, I'm like, yeah, these are actually really nice.
Yeah, well, I like only drink out of, so like this is, I had a Coke, caffeine-free Coke Zero in this Yeti cup.
Yeah, and Yetis are good too.
And then this is a big Stanley thing. And I think this one is 45 ounces.
Mine, yeah, I have that one. I have the one with the handle. I really like that one.
And this is the big kahuna. I mean, I think it's 45 ounces. It's as big as my head. Yeah, I drink about 2 gallons of water a day. I don't recommend that for the average person, by the way. I don't know you as a coach, what you recommend clients to drink, but I would always recommend about an ounce of water to body weight, which more or less somewhere between a gallon and a gallon and a half if you're working on your fitness goals. 2 gallons is kind of excessive. I have tried to drink less, but I get so thirsty that it's not easy for me. So this is going to be one of the things I work on in my off season, doing less cardio and trying not to drink 2 gallons of water a day.
Yeah, I usually advise people about a gallon. But you know, when you're in prep too, like you're just so active, you're moving all day. And it's just, you know, like I'm the same way. Like I easily blow through a gallon and like it'll be like 2 p.m. and I'm like, damn, you know, but also it like helps you keep full, like satiated. Yeah. So, you know, I feel like when you're in prep, it just helps and you just feel better.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with me drinking this much water. I will say, though, that I know I don't consume enough sodium to match the amount of water that I drink. I actively have to consume more sodium. Like, I'm always sodium. So it would be more sustainable for me to drink less water, honestly. So I'm going to work on that in the future. Just not right now when I'm 3 days out and I need to be careful. Definitely. But I actually don't plan on cutting water necessarily. Last show, the day before, I barely drank, and I do think I was flat on show day. So my plan this time is to just keep my water more or less the same. I naturally drink less when I travel, though. And I think everybody's like that. You're out of your routine. You're out of your kitchen. So I'll just try and stay on top of my water, which is better than probably the average person. I'll probably go from 2 gallons to 1 gallon, but still plenty of water, I think, to keep my muscles nice and full. And then on show day, keep water to a minimum, because for a few reasons. You don't want a bloated stomach from too much water, and you also don't want to be peeing all the time, because with your tan, you can't really pee. I mean, you can, but it's a whole production to pee.
Yeah, that was a lesson I learned my first show. I was literally about to go on stage, and I had a big pee line down my leg.
Yes, a pee drip. I think we'll do eventually one episode on like first timer show tips. Maybe we could do that soon, since a lot of people are getting ready to compete for the first time, because a lot of the shows are in the summer. But anyways, so those are our gym bags. They were very similar, which is not surprising. A couple of tools to use at the gym, and then some essentials So yeah, that was fun. I liked doing that. I always like seeing what other people have because I learned something new. Like the white strips. That was very intelligent of you. What a good idea. Whiten your teeth when you're doing cardio. So smart.
I'm so glad you thought so and you didn't think it was totally weird. I'm
no,
like, oh
I
my God, I forgot this
great,
was in here.
It's a great way to kill time. I totally love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, this was a good episode. Again, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please, if you enjoyed it, let us know because we love hearing from you guys. And if you have any ideas of topics you want us to cover, please let us know too. And like, comment, subscribe. And we appreciate all of you guys. And we'll see you on here next week.
Yes. See you guys next time.
Bye.